Good morning, Facebook family and Instagram family. If I post this on Instagram, I hope that you are doing fantastic on this. What's this? I done lost track of my days, but whatever day this is, I hope you're doing good on this here day. So I'm back down here at the April Mason headquarters meeting with, who did I just meet with? Y'all pray for me. Who did I just meet with? I just met with the county inspector. Let me know everything that I need to get done. Y'all know I told y'all in my other video I wanted to get what do you call it? A chandelier right there. And they were like, it might be too heavy for that. So if it's too heavy, I might have to find something else I got to do. But we shall see. So I'm here this morning getting it done in this Atlanta rain. But I was thinking about you all this morning before I left and wanted to chit chat with you for a moment about the topic. You get what you decide that you are ready for. You're going to want to share this one. I might hit on your toes, step on your toes a little bit. You might get a little owie or ouchie or whatever y'all call it. But this is really what it is. All right. So in my Teach Me How to Date VIP Academy, I wrote something about this subject. And one of the ladies said, and I thought this was a very great teachable moment. I said something like, you get what you're ready for, whatever your level of readiness is, that's what you get. And she said, well, why is it that I keep attracting married, who at my door? Hold on, somebody, never mind. They'll leave it. Probably Amazon. She said, I keep attracting married men or separated men, but I don't know what that's about. However, I wasn't ready for love. So what does that mean? I said, it means exactly what I posted. You get what you're ready for. So you keep meeting men that are a direct reflection of I'm not ready for love. So you keep meeting people that are not in a position to give you love. It's what it is. So a lot of people complain about meeting non-committal folks, but yet when they look within themselves, they realize they don't commit to anything. You guys know that's something I told you I had to get over, was committing to be committing and being responsible on a larger scale, right? So I remember, I remember looking at my life maybe about 4 years ago, and I looked at every man during that time that I had dated those 2 years prior, and realized that each one of them, for whatever reason, could not commit to me. And I'm like, wait a minute. So me and my girl was sitting down, and I talked to Joe. I told Joe know about everything. I was like, okay, Joe, Mr. NFL, he had this going on. Mr. Trainer had this going on. He couldn't commit. Mr. Rancher, the farmer, didn't have, because y'all, sidebar, Miss April like all types of men, not just, he got to be this. Like, I like all types. I really like the outdoorsy kind of guy too. The one that mind getting his hands dirty. I really like them. So I have an array of different type that I like. It's not necessarily about profession or how much money. It's the vibe, how I'm feeling with you, right? So I started listed them, and then I started listening to several other ones, right? And they all had different things going on in their lives, but the one thing that was steady was we couldn't connect to commit. So I had to sit back and ask myself, let me make sure that's not the building inspector texting me. I had to ask myself, what is it, April? You say you want a relationship. You say you want to get married again. What is it? Hold on, let me see who this is. Hold on. Wait a minute. No text it. I'm here something. Okay, I got that message already. So I had to figure out what is it? What was going on? Okay, what was going on? Right? So the common denominator was me. I could no longer say, these men ain't ready. They don't want nothing. They don't want to commit. Ladies, let me help you. Men want to be loved and in committed relationships just like we do. I don't know who came up with this. Men only want sex. No, men want intimacy and connection and commitment just like we do. They are just as terrified, if not more, as we are. They are just as emotional, if not more, than we are. Treat them wrong, cheat on them if you want to, and you're going to see just how emotional they can get. Okay, so let's not act like that. We are just taught as women that men only think with one head and they don't have feelings, nor do they have emotions. That is completely ridiculous, and that's not the case. And so sometimes we function as though it don't matter because he don't care. Actually, he cares more than you think he does. He's just been able to, they know how to mask their feelings and their emotions a lot better than we do because they were taught not to really feel. So they struggle on the inside. I'm preaching now. They struggle on the inside with their emotions because they were taught all of their lives, you don't show emotion. You're the protector and you're the provider. You don't show emotion. You don't let nothing get to you. Don't let no woman get to you. Nah, screw that. That's why you can see a man who's been wounded by a woman go sleep with a bunch of different women and do all of this stuff with them and have no emotional connection to them whatsoever. They're just going through the motion. Men can have sex and it doesn't equal connection or emotion. They're just wired differently. So let's not act. Let me help you real quick, to let you know that it ain't that. That men have emotions and feelings too. Fellas, let me know in the comments if I'm telling the truth. Tell on yourself. Tell on yourself. So the thing was, I had to start, realize, April, what is it with these men that you meet these really great guys? And here's the thing. Ladies, we got to stop saying that men don't want nothing just because you might not be able to connect with them. You have quality guys that just they treat you right, but they might want to keep it casual. But here's the kicker. You are the one that continues to attract those kind. So you cannot say these men don't want anything because you're attracting them based upon what your mind believes that it's ready for. So the lady in our academy, when she asked me that question of why she keep attracting men that are married or separated, and then she said, but at the time she wasn't ready for love. I said, that's your answer right there. You attract people that are not capable of committing to you or giving you anything. So you can't be mad at that. It's almost like, y'all ladies know I'm not one-sided. I'm not just for the men. I'm not just for the women. I'm one of those people that talk to both sides. So ladies, let me tell you this. You can't say what you're not ready for, what these men aren't going to be, and you're not open for it. It's almost like women want to have what my daughter calls the resting bitch face. They're non-approachable. They claim I don't need a man, or their energy says it because your energy precedes you. So your energy says, I don't need anybody. I don't smile. I'm not friendly. But it's like you want him to come through like this. Boom, and bust the door down and say, girl, I'm here. I see that resting bitch face. I see that you're not approachable. I see that you're not friendly. I see that you don't even say hello. I see that you don't give compliments. I see that you act like you don't see me in the grocery store trying to catch your eye. But I'm going to push past all of that ish anyway to try to holler at you. Come. So when she asked the question, it was like, I really desire love, but I haven't gotten in the right position to be able to wrap my mind around love is available to me. So it's easy for me to put the blame on the other party. Fellas, I didn't forget about y'all because y'all do the same ish. Y'all will complain about what these women won't do. They don't want a man that they can respect. They don't want the nice guy. They don't want a man that's going to treat them right? You will say that, but guess what you will go around and do? You will go right back around and try to convince the girl that reminds you of the girl that rejected you in high school and middle school and in college. You will meet her as a grown man and the same vibe, same energy, same everything, and try to convince her that you're the one for her because the same girl back in the day rejected you. So if you can get this new lady now that you're an adult, the type of the girl that rejected you to like you, you feel like you did something. I went out with somebody, and I remember I had to stop. I had to stop going out with him. He married a girl. She cheated on him several times. No, she cheated on him a couple times, but a couple of women prior to her cheated on him A couple of women that he was engaged to cheated on him a couple more times before every woman cheated on him, right? Then he tells me the woman cheated on him that he married, cheated on him in college with the type of dude that she liked. She cheated on him again in the marriage with the type of dude that she liked. But his response always was, well, you know what? Those kind of guys will always treat you wrong. And they don't do you right. I'm going to show you what love is. So he was trying to sell himself on her, right? And the conversation that we had, because it took him years to get over her, I said, so it took you years to get over somebody that showed you who they were and what they wanted, but you decided to try to change their mind, and it's taking you 30, 40 years to get over that when they showed you and told you what it was from the beginning? Oh yeah, the way you process information, that basic can't do that. So she never changed who she was. You were just a more stable guy. But what she really desired on the inside was that guy. So from way back in school, you felt rejected. You saw her cheating on you. You walked in on her cheating on you, but you still married her. Yeah, we can't. Yeah, this not gonna work for me, because the way you process information, I look at how people process information. That ain't gonna work. Every woman, including the woman you married, but the 3 women prior to her all cheated on you. This is a consistent pattern. What is it that these women want? What is it? So fellas, y'all are not exempt. Y'all, instead of a lot of times coming up and raise your mind to what you can actually have and what's available to you, you would rather go down to the women that you complain about versus becoming more of a man that pick from that does what he needs to do to become the man he needs to become, to pick from what I call an asset woman. But he'll get the lower hanging fruit and then turn around and complain about her, or try to convert her into the woman that you really should be going for. But that woman up there, she's not going to accept you as is. And as is doesn't necessarily mean monetary. It means your confidence. It means how you approach her. It means the way you think. It means the way you solve problems. It means the way where your spirituality is at. It means the way how you handle business. It means, are you decisive? It means, are you a protector? It means, can I trust you? It means, are you loyal? All of these things right here. So it's not necessarily money per se that the woman up here requires, because she knows how to make money. She knows that, she ain't gonna get nobody that's just ain't ambitious. Like, she not gonna do that. But instead of coming up to get this one, you would rather keep going through the same motions with these over here, because these right here, who you are, is okay for them. They don't challenge you to be better. I can always tell the type of women that a man is accustomed to by where he is in his life. Because there's certain type of what I call the amplified woman. An amplified woman, her mere presence makes that dude want to be a better man, period. She ain't got to try to help him build no business. She doesn't have to help him come up with ideas. She just might walk in a room and say, looking all good and smelling all good in her little sundress, because that's what I be wearing around the house, and just say, oh, honey, you know what? Your life has been amazing. You would do really well if you wrote a book. And then she off about her business. Next thing you know, bling, he in there writing a book and say, babe, what you think about this? Read this. So that's what an amplified woman does. So I can always tell where a man is in his life based upon the women that he's accustomed to dating. If he ain't where he need to be and he dating, oh yeah, you're dating women that are okay with where you are, and they are looking at you like, oh my God, girl, he got benefits, he been working at the UPS for 10 years. They looking at you like, you are that dude. But up here, you might not be. Am I telling lies? Hold on, y'all know I gotta put my glasses on. Am I telling lies? Bloop. Yes, I'm the plant the seed. Hey, Miss Ebony, I'm the plant the seed woman. And I remember there was a guy that I was dating, and we ended up not making it because, it was just not for us, but we're still great friends. And I remember going to visit him, and I had on the sundress, and I just told y'all, pretty much the story. I had on this sundress, and, he was having some health issues. And that day, I was there for the whole weekend. And that day he was like, man, I've never stood up this long and cooked. He said, April, I've been in the house 15 years and I've never washed the dishes, but with you here, I'm washing the dishes. He doing all this stuff. I didn't ask him to do anything. It was just the mere presence. So I mentioned to him, I said, you know, your last album, you need to write a book on that. That would be totally dope. That's it. That was all I said. I said, because the world, they love that album. But if you wrote a book based upon that, that'd be good. Went on about my business. We sitting, hanging, enjoying each other's company, laughing and joking. After I flew back, he texted me and said, thank you so much for rejecting me the way that you did. He said, I'm going to put some money in your account because you coming here, just being here, got me going. I'm getting ready to work on that book. Can your company publish the book for me? That's just what an amplified feminine woman do, honey. We don't build no men's. However, we inspire them to be better. So a man that's not living up to his potential, you can always tell the women that he's custom dealing with. But the women that he's dealing with, and it goes the same for the women, it's only because you only get what your mind can wrap itself around, okay? So if you feel some way deep down inside that you cannot have something good, you will always attract people and situations that will prove your belief, period. If you feel like men don't want to commit, you will always attract those. Or if you have a commitment issue yourself, like I had, and wouldn't commit to nothing or nobody, because I'm like, oh, she got options. I don't have to. As soon as you mess up, oh, I got to go. I don't want to work on nothing. But I had to realize that was my fear of making a mistake that I did the first time when I got married in my 20s. Not realizing, April, you're a grown woman with new wisdom and new information. You ain't fixing to do that again. Okay? And if you did do it again, you can't control what somebody else do. You can only control yourself. My godmom, she said, she's writing a book, and my company gets to publish it. Hopefully it'll be out through the holidays, but it's called, I've been married 4 times, but I only had one husband, and that's the one she got. That's daddy right there. So even if you made a mistake, you can go back and try it again, right? But the thing is, until your mind is wrapped around that you don't have to be broke, that you don't have to be in poor relationships, that somebody actually will love you just for being who you are, you will always attract. Now, you're not responsible for what you attract, but you are totally responsible for you entertain. So not only will you attract, but you will entertain people who are a reflection of what your beliefs are. So the good news, and I know I gave y'all some bad news, but the good news is use that as a mirror of what you need to change. Think about it. If I would not have stopped and really looked at it to see, wait a minute, April, look at all the men you dated over these last 2 years that you've gone out with, and no matter what the situation was, you didn't get a commitment out of them. So that's when I had to stop. April, what is it? Why is this still the same result? And it had everything to do with me and nothing to do with them. They were showing up based upon my belief system and to be able to wrap my mind around what I could have. Okay? That was it. So I couldn't even blame them. We all still cool. We all still friends. But I couldn't blame them for showing up at the level of my frequency. Okay? Ebony said, when you get married, I'm going to need my invite. Yes. Look, girl, my friends be like, choose somebody. And I'm like, y'all don't even know I might have chose somebody. I just don't be telling y'all. Just because y'all don't see pictures don't mean don't be nobody in the picture. I'm just real private like that. Like, y'all might get a live video of me in my makeup chair at my wedding. Y'all may not know nothing. Because I'm one of those that believe, and this is one of the things I hate about social media, people putting their business out. You can see somebody all in love today, and then give them 3 months, all their pictures is down. I refuse to do that. Unless there is a marriage license, you will not see Miss April posted up with nobody unless somebody just accidentally caught the shot. Okay? That's it. I won't do that. I don't feel like that will validate what I'm saying and what I'm doing. No. If what I'm saying is wisdom filled, it don't matter, because TD Jakes ain't never been a woman, but he sure do know how to show us ladies how to get loose. God gives wisdom to who he chooses, but you will never see Miss April posting up, hey, me and my boo, showing no faces. I might show an arm or because a muscle or something, but you won't see all that other stuff. I just don't. But Ebony, please understand, you will be there and you will be at the bridal shower and all that other good stuff, honey. So I wanted to share that with you this morning. I wanted to give you a little something to think about the results that you're getting in your life, whether it's relationships, whether it's money. A lot of people are not making the money that they could make on their jobs because they don't believe they're deserving of it. Go update your resume and go apply for a better position, because you're only in the job that you're in based upon what your mind has wrapped itself around that you can deserve. That's it. If all you know is poverty, then you need to put yourself in an environment and a thought process and assume that I am wealthy. Whatever you assume about yourself is what it is. Facts can be changed. If you say, well, you know what, these women don't want no good man, and you meet you a good woman, your fact just changed. All you need is one. We got billions of people in this world. Facts can be changed. You can make the decision to assume that, you know what, there is an abundance of ready available men and women out there who want me for me and will adore everything about me. You create what something means to you. See, and I get so many women, see, these men don't want, I'm like, when the last time you went out the house? What kind of life do you have? Are you boring as hell? A lot of women are boring. They go to church, school, home. They don't have a life. They don't have a hobby. They only deal with the kids. Would you want to be a part of your life? Is your life having some excitement? When people see what you're doing, does it make them say, oh, I want to be a part of this? A lot of y'all women are boring. No, just be yourself. No, don't be yourself. Yourself got you where you are right now. The person that you want to become, you need to figure out, how would they think? Where would they go? What would they do? What would they eat? How would they take care of themselves? What kind of people would they entertain? Because you being you got you right here. And you probably don't like it. But you've been settling and accepting. Well, that's all I know. It say be me. Well, when I didn't like who I was being, when I didn't like the results I was getting, I said, April, who would you want to be? And I'll tell y'all this story. And I think I've told it several times. So I get out of here. Now I got to go to the Home Depot. Back when I was in my early 20s, I didn't really have a role model, like a female role model that I said, this is the woman that I want to be like. I never really had that. So one day I was in a shelter because my kids and I lived in the shelter, and that's where I got some of the business ideas that I've gotten with starting my gift basket business. So those of you that are new, I started my first business with $50 from a welfare check, homeless. I dealt with 12 years of molestation and domestic violence. I dealt with rape, all of that, been there, right? However, when I was about maybe 25, because before I say that, I'll say this. I had to go through years of dismantling of the teachings and the patterns, read my post from yesterday, of the patterns that had been set. And it took me years, and I still struggle with some of these patterns that was instilled in me at birth, right? So I remember sitting in the shelter, and people would walk by and say, you don't look like a shelter girl. And I would say, I'm just passing through. But the prostitutes and the drug addicts and all those women, they became my family, and they protected me while I was there. They wouldn't let me do none of the foolishness they was doing. When I had a job interview, I'll watch the kids. They watched the kids. I trusted them to watch the kids because how they viewed me, they knew I didn't belong there, right? So I remember sitting on, I think I was on the BART, because I'm from the Bay Area. So I don't know if I was on the BART or walking down. I don't remember what it was. But I remember not liking where I was. And I said to myself, what kind of woman do I need to be? Because I don't like this right here. Single mom, 3 kids, on welfare, living in the shelter, left an abusive relationship. What do I got to do? And I was frustrated. And I remember seeing this silhouette of a woman. She had a business suit. She had a little briefcase. And her hair was done. Back then, I had long hair. So my hair, until I turned maybe 39 or 40, was probably about right in here. So I cut it off. So back then, I remember that lady, she had flowy hair. And that was just the visual of her. It was just a silhouette. Okay? And I said, that's the woman that I want to become. That's the one I want to become. So I had one suit. And I'm going to go buy that suit again because I think they still sell it. And I bought it from Venus. You know the company Venus out in Newport News. I think that's what it was, Newport News. And it was a blue, navy blue polyester double-breasted skirt. I wore that to every single interview because the woman that I saw in my mind, not the face, but the silhouette of her, she was dressed. Now, did I have the money to go and do it possibly at a higher level? No, but I started where I was. So once again, my mind was now wrapped around what I believe was available to me or that I could have. So at that time, it was Payless Shoe Source, brown cinnamon colored stockings or white stockings, and that blue suit. And I wore it constantly. Every job interview that I went to. Until one day, Moesha came out, or I was watching Moesha, and the lady that matched the silhouette that I had seen was Shirley Ralph. So I decided that's the kind of woman that I want to become. She's so feminine, she's so graceful, but she got a little sass in her. That's her. That's why my spirit resonated with that, because I was not the boss chick, bad bitch. I became that. Because I came from a very, I didn't come from the strong, independent black woman family. My mother was extremely submissive, sometimes a little bit too much, which caused me to go completely the other way. So that's how I became that guarded person, and you ain't gonna run over me, but yet I'm still was mush. I remember Bishop Tudor Bismarck, we met, and he walked, but he stopped and he told me, he said, he said, have you ever been to my country? I said, no. He said, well, you're like a rhinoceros. I said, I am. He said, a rhinoceros is very tough on the outside, but if you poke it, it's very, very soft on the inside. So I had built up this wall, but yet I was extremely sensitive and extremely that loving, caring, just nurturing person, right? But seeing what my mother went through, I said, I'm going to go the other way. Well, I wrapped my mind around being someone different in order to get a different result. Okay? That's what I did. I wrapped my mind around that. And so I started wearing that suit. If I had to wear it to every job interview, that's what I did. I started carrying myself differently. I started just doing little things differently. It wasn't a lot because I was living in the hood. For my folks that's from Richmond, California, I was living down on 3rd Street in the hood, crack alley, when I got my first apartment, but didn't nobody bother me in maturing. So I telling you all of this to say, until you can wrap your mind around something bigger or something that you have been saying was impossible to you or wasn't available to you, you will always be that stagnant person. Until you say, I want to become something different to get a different result, you'll continue to meet non-committal men and women. You'll continue to meet people that are nothing more than a mirror or self-fulfilling prophecy of what you say is not available. So it's not them. I shake my head like my grandson. Grandma, I ain't do it. It's not them. It's you. No matter, I don't need to know your situation. I don't need to know what happened. I don't need to know what they said. Because guess what? Where you are, it's like the radio station. I can't get to the jazz station if I'm on 107.9, the hip hop station here in Atlanta. No matter how long I ride from Atlanta to California in the car, if I do not change the frequency that I'm on, I will not get to the jazz station. It's the same exact thing with life. and with love. Until you open up your heart and say, I'm really ready for something special, something magnificent, something that's easy. I don't know why we've been taught that relationships got to be hard. No, you got to compromise because you're dealing with two different people, two different personalities. But relationships don't have to be hard. Relationships don't have to be work, because when you say work, people don't like going to work. So I don't even use that word, because work is looked at as something that you got to plow. No, relationships don't have to be that way. But we've been taught and conditioned with patterns that it has to be, and it doesn't. So until you wrap your mind around what's available to you, you're going to keep in the same thing. Yeah, but you don't understand. I don't have the education to get a better job. Neither did I. I created my own way. I don't have no degrees and all of that kind of stuff. I've gone to conferences and got little certifications and all that. I don't have none of that. I created my own lane. I didn't wait for nobody to put me on. I didn't do that. I put myself on. Okay? God gave me wisdom in this particular area, and I took my God-given skills to help other people, and he or she who helps others will never be broke. He or she who solves problems will never be hungry. I solve problems. Okay? So nothing that you can tell me will make me change what I'm saying to you right now. Nothing. Because you are the creator of your world. Look at it. Look at it as I am the artist and my life is the canvas. Whatever I say, it will be. But what you will say, it will be, is all based upon the patterns and limiting beliefs and blockages that you have, which now your mind can only wrap itself around what you currently have. So ask yourself, who do I need to become to get a better result? Who do I need to become to finally meet the man and love of my life? Who do I need to become to meet the woman of my dreams and the woman that I meet? You know, who do I need to be? Because I don't want to be that man no more that feels like she out of my league. I want to be able to step to her like I need to, like confidently. I'm not looking at who I'm not, because I'm not that dude no more. Okay? I'm just saying, hold on, what y'all saying? Y'all got these hearts and stuff going. Okay? You are the power. You have the power to create whatever it is that you want. So it's up to you. It's up to you to wrap your mind around who you want to be so that your mind can expand, because you need to change your motherboard. That's what's going on. And your motherboard is nothing more than your subconscious mind, because scientists say that we operate 95 to 98% from the subconscious, meaning you get up, when you wake up, nobody has to tell you to wake up. Nobody has to tell you to go brush your teeth. Well, I hope nobody got to tell you to go brush your teeth. You don't have to do all of that. It's just natural. When you get in the car, you know what to do. You know how to turn it on. You know how to put your seatbelt on. Those are subconscious things. So if what you have going on in your life is not working for you, it means I have to change my subconscious mind. To teach